Hi everyone, this is Frank Fraser here. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon so you can receive all notifications. So you can get updates from our YouTube channel on a regular basis whenever we do our new videos. This live is now being recorded. Hi, my name is Frank Fraser. I'm the admin of Lotto Money Group, 30 Day Success Formula. I've we used to be a double group, but we have evolved throughout the past several months, and we've grown and we've improved a whole lot. Most of my techniques have been learned from different various groups, and I've learned a lot, mostly on Lottery Post as well. Most of my techniques are really versatile. I'm more of a hybrid lottery player, which means I'm really versatile what I do. I mean, I can play pairs either through based on overdues, or I can play pairs based on consecutive series, which is a new method that we have come across to help people capture triples. This method is used to help narrow down your numbers so that way you have a better chance of getting your next hit. We also noticed that the consecutive series is known to catch quads, especially, when it comes time to quads. But we all know that quads don't usually happen from time to time. So um, if you're really good in playing pick four triples, my best advice is not to chase quads, because at the end of the day, you're actually losing money if you're playing too many quads. Because like we tell you, quads don't happen every single day. You may get sometimes you may get between 2 to 6 quads. It depends on the past history, you know. But I got Derek that done a phenomenal job, on the webinar today, and he was able to show y'all how to use Lottery Post. Lottery Post is basically a good avenue that y'all can take to help build your business, when it comes to the lottery. So that way you can go home and retire when you make 6 figures. And that's our goal. Our goal is to help y'all make 6 figures. Is it easy to make 6 figures? Of course, not at first, but once you get the hang of the system and study the system, it will eventually be more easier down the road. But you know how the lottery is. Lotteries sets of random numbers, such as so on, and sometimes you may not get triples every single day because the lottery is trying to run its course by making their money too as well, so they can stay in business. Lottery wouldn't be a business if they would give triples all the time every single day. So exactly, they had to run their course by playing triggers. Sometimes they'll run series and false series and consecutive series. They do this to throw everybody off, but sometimes you got to take a break. When you playing the lottery, because you don't want to play every day. That's the worst thing you can ever do, is playing every day in a lottery, because the money that you make, you don't want to waste it, every day. So my best advice for people that are playing the lottery is to play at least between 3 to 4 days a week. So that way, you're not really you're actually con, like conserving a lot of your energy, whenever it comes time for false quads when they come out again. But we noticed that when it comes to quad days, usually it's the best time to play false quads. Reason why I say that is because when you play your false quads on quad days, you usually get a better result. Are you going to get a better result every now and then? It depends on your efforts and your expertise and your knowledge of the game and your skill level. Everybody has a different skill level when it comes to the lottery. Um, we have some people that have been successful in the group. We want to congratulate people that advanced to level two. Um, so your next goal is to strive for successful level 3. And the only way to get to level 3 is to keep doing what you're doing, staying consistent, and follow your game plan. A lot of people that have not that have just joined us that have not been playing the lottery. Welcome to our group. Our group is a really good group, and it's been building for so long. Our best advice when you get started with the lottery is to make sure you get equipped with some tools, your lottery tools. So most of the time, sometimes we use this lottery post. We use lottery post to do our research for the numbers and find out the patterns and history. Um, Second, sometimes we use winners only lotto. Winners only lotto is built by Rodney, and he's the owner of the company. We use winners only lotto to help find our next hit. Well, what's so good about winners only lotto for certain players is that if they're not really good in doing workouts, sometimes they can give you an accurate result. Sometimes they can't, because lottery is random. So there's no guarantee that the number that you're playing is going to always come out because, like I said, the lottery is random, and anything is possible when it comes to the lottery. Um, we have discovered how to track double doubles. I had to do some more research on how tracking double doubles, so I did that this past weekend. And the best way to track and capture double doubles is trying to get to understand the double false series method. Um, I will give you a printout of that sometime um, later tonight. I got to do a instruction manual on that to help y'all understand what that's about and everything. So we'll do that. So long though. Oops. So we will do that. We will make sure we do that by giving out the instruction manual how you can capture the double doubles. I feel like that's going to be the best way you can capture double doubles, even though we have the lottery notes. But the lottery notes is really good for you to understand how to play your numbers when it comes to pick 3 or pick 4. Um, if people have forgotten how these numbers follow each other, my best advice to y'all is to make sure um, to go to my group on the 30-day successful law of money group, the regular law of money group with the double hit factory at the end. That's my best advice. And when you do that, make sure when you do that, um, make sure you save um, the pictures that I have where it says combinations that follow each other, so that way you can have an idea which number follows what. But most likely, when you see a double false series, which we've seen a prime example in the pick 4. So if you got 1901, that's a double false series. But it can come in any order. You just got to identify it. Um, are we able to catch them every time? I mean, that's our goal, but this is not like Pokemon. You can't always catch them all, but you just do the best you can by identifying it. So that way, if you do miss it, you can always catch the next one. Um, we have, on our pick 4 group, we got different numbers in there that can help you pick really good double doubles. So keep an eye on those numbers. The best way to capture a double double is using your day digits. That's the best way you can do it, and you can do a stack workout when you do your double doubles. So if you've missed our previous videos, make sure you keep a close eye on those videos by scrolling back months ago. If you can't find it, let me know, and I'll be happy to do another video for y'all about how to play your double doubles. And I feel like that's going to be beneficial for y'all. I think I've done that. I think I did a double double video a while back, but I feel like eventually, sometime this week, probably either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we're gonna have to do a double doubles training on to teach people how to do double doubles. You can always do your stack workouts when you do your day digits, so that way you're playing your double doubles correctly. So, so I know some people, that been struggling trying to play double doubles, but we've helped answer the questions the best we can on the double doubles, but you can still ask us the questions so that way we can help guide you along the way because we want to help you make money in any way possible. Because, like I said, sometimes, pick four triples are not always going to come out every day. Sometimes you have to play different sets of pick four numbers like double doubles or pick four series or pick four triples or pick four quads. But let y'all know this, that anytime a quad hits, always play your series because a series always falls after a quad. And also series triggers quads as well. Um, However, at the same token, um, when you have your series, that's a good avenue to take because series come out a lot in the pick four because of single digits. So your doubles and single numbers come out at least 80% of the time. So just to let y'all know, just be aware of that as well. Um, then you got the 0495 series. So you have uh anytime you have a digit that ends in with a 5 or a 0 within the next 2 to 4 draws, you're going to have a 0495 series. So be aware of that as well. And I can do a layout on that as well. I can show you a printout on on onto the email because 0495 series is effective if you know how to work the numbers. But those are good for players that good in playing singles and stuff. But if you're not really used to that, um, don't worry too much about the 0495 series because the 0495 series is really complicated. It's a complicated method, and I don't really use it that much. I only concentrate on date digit triples most of the time, and I study patterns for the most part. When it comes to triples, it's all about history. Sometimes it might be a good idea to play the numbers that came out the previous month and the previous year because sometimes those numbers can possibly come back. When we've seen quite a few examples of the 5585 that came in Western Canada that came last year on that date, and I think it came out like 2 or 3 days ago on last year on a certain date. But I had to go over that with y'all, very soon if y'all have questions on that. But um, that 2444 came out in Massachusetts. So anybody that played Massachusetts, congratulations to the winners on that. And we had two of the same numbers, but in a different order. So if you want to catch a straight hit off of a number, always look at the history pattern and look at how it came out. And sometimes when you do that, you stand a better chance. You stand a greater chance of getting you a straighter hit. We have some people in here that are good and and playing the lottery. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them as well. And I'm here for opening up questions. So y'all can unmute your mics. Y'all can unmute your mics if you have any questions.
Hey Frank, this is Cheryl. You said you'll send us something to
Uh, Hold
understand
on.
double double.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can hear y'all real quick. Give me a second, cause I need it. Uh, let's see. Hang on, Cheryl, cause I need to see if I can hear you. Hold on a second. I don't know why I can hear. Speakers, HP, USB, microphone, USB. I don't know why I can hear. Let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can hear you better. I might have to put my headphones on so I can hear y'all better. Give me a second. Let me see if I can hear y'all better now. Speakers, USB. I think I can hear you now. Can you repeat your question?
Okay, I was saying that you said you had something for double doubles. You're gonna send that out. Is it gonna be like an email, or you're gonna put it out
Yeah,
on the group?
yeah. We're gonna do an email on that, and we're gonna lay it out so that way people can understand how to capture double doubles. Anytime you see a double false series, most of the time you'll come out within 2 to 3 days. It really depends on the lottery. Sometimes you can use between 1 to 3 days. Um, there's no guarantee it's going to come out because the lottery is a lottery. But at the same time, it can take between two draws or longer to bring the combination together. So fall series are good to play most of the time in the double fall series because reason why I say that is because sometimes you'll make extra money on that too. So something that anybody could consider down the road. I
When's
st-
the best time to play a fall series?
I got to study on that. I really don't have a lot of knowledge behind that. Um,
Okay.
but I had to look at it on Blurry Post to find out because they're the experts. There are some experts in those forums that usually know how to play those false series and the double false series. Um, so I will do that. Any questions? Any more questions?
Frank, as I look up and I find like trends that I'm just seeing, which group would you like me to post those in?
Um,
Just so others
I,
can research behind.
I think the recommendation on that is to do the posting on that on the breakdown group, which is the special assistance center, because we got a lot of people in that group are struggling to get some hits. So I think it's wise to post in that group, which is called the LMG Special Assistance Center, and you can also post it in the um, admin group as well. So that way, we can look at it and we can digest it in our brain so that way we can have an idea how to pinpoint out the next hit and everything. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm crossing my fingers for tonight or tomorrow because I'm really hoping I found something, a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, perfect. See what happened last month was they had a trend of the 77X7. So we didn't ever seen the 77X7 in a minute. See, 77X7 came out a lot, especially last month. Um, they came out last month because I feel like it was probably a pattern, a history pattern. They did that, and I think that's why they did that, especially on the holiday season. Just take advantage while y'all can with these pick four triples because this is a hot month for January for pick four triples. So any more questions? But we're getting really close to getting everything together. We're just taking one day at a time. So if we do see a state, um, if we come across a state to keep an eye on, we'll let y'all know in advance. We're working on a playbook for beginners, the level one players that's not used to playing the lottery. We're working on the ones that are struggling that can't catch a hit. We're working on a playbook like if one state falls, another state will rotate itself. So I've been trying so hard to come up with patterns that can follow each other. So if Massachusetts was to get a triple, they could pass it up to Pennsylvania or to Rhode Island or whatever. And reason why I considered Tri-State as a sleeper choice was because they have some months, you know, and they pick four triples that they don't come out as often. So that's why I picked Tri-State and Michigan as a sleeper choice. But your most important states to concentrate on when you're playing pick four triples is Massachusetts for Northeastern region. Um, then you got in your Southeastern region, your Tennessee is good. Then in the Central region is Wisconsin. And in the Western region, I would take either or with the Oregon and New Mexico because they're all doing great at the same time. So you can't go wrong with those states. But I would say that Oregon, I would recommend playing triples in Oregon right before you go to bed on the last draw because sometimes they usually pick four triples right after the last draw. They usually do that sometimes to throw everybody off. So my suggestion to y'all is if you're playing Oregon, make sure if you see Oregon coming with a pick four triple, always you know play consistent with those triples in that state and play it right before you go to bed.
Does Oregon have a triple trigger?
Triple trigger in the pick four.
Yes.
Well, actually, the triple trigger, um, I don't, I'm not really familiar with triple triggers, but anytime you see a consecutive series, that usually triggers for pick four triple to come out at any given moment. Or if you see a double double or a double false series, sometimes they can do pick four triples as well. It really depends on the commissioner what they decide to do on what pick four triples they want to pull out and everything. They might probably can find some info on that on Larry post. They probably can go in depth on that on the forum section. I'm gonna probably look at that sometime later this evening and see if I can find out some stuff because you can find a whole lot of great information on Larry post on the forum section. You can learn a whole lot. There's Danielle. I forgot to wish y'all a happy New Year this evening. Sorry about that. Happy New Year to y'all also.
Same to you.
Happy New Year's to you and
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, Sandra.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much.
And thanks everybody for your help.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for this one person to come because this one person is I'm not there.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Thanks, Ann. How you been?
All right, I've been pretty good.
You been doing good with the lottery? You been winning?
Well, yeah, I hit South Carolina series, and but I haven't been hitting on my triples like for who got 8-8. Indiana, Iowa got 8-8-5 today.
Yeah, they got it. They got it because they had that series a while back. You know, they
Well,
had
I
that.
saw 8-8-8-8. So I loaded up on 8-8-8 quad eights, and then they brought 8-8-5. So I was a little upset about that. I should have ran them because I seen eights there.
Yeah. So what you could do, like if you're running those overdue pairs, is to run them from 0 to 9. So that way you
Yeah.
have a good chance of hitting. That's the best advice I can give to anybody that's playing pairs. You know, I don't cherry pick on numbers as much. You know, that's why I be hitting a lot on these numbers. You know, but you know, if you play that list, like we post lists every day. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But my recommendation, if you're unlimited on the funding, play that list. Play that list. Oh, great. We got 10 more minutes, everybody. But you know, we got a playlist. We got a playlist, you know, that you can play that can save a lot of money. You can start hitting off of that
Now,
too.
which group is that in?
We got it in multiple groups. We actually got it in a breakdown group. We got it in our breakdown group. But you know, sometimes on Sundays we don't we don't post the new list because there's no draw on morning time. So our best advice to you and everybody is to use our yesterday's list to catch them pick four triples because some of those numbers are way overdue mixed in with that list. So that's why we recommend playing that list sometimes as well. Um, so I'll let y'all know that not all pick four triples that we post on the repeats are going to come out. That's why we post those lists all the time. Because reason why we do that um, is because it help y'all get some hits in. So that's the main reason why we do that. But you know, if you see one overdues of the states, we have the instruction manual on that. We've been working on that as well. I think y'all have an extra copy of that as well. If anybody doesn't, just send me a direct message on. I'll make sure I'll send you an email on that as well. So yeah, to catch some triples like that, we'll do a much better job at doing that. Like I said, um, when we post this stuff, it's your responsibility to make sure to keep up with that by either copy and paste into your um, email or your own. If you have an extra Facebook, and send it to yourself as well, because we post a lot in that group on the Special Assistance Center. So make sure if we post something, make sure you um, create an extra copy and post it on Microsoft Word and print it out, so that way you can keep up what's going on. You know what I mean? That's just the best I can say because, like I said, you know, we got a lot of people that post in there all the time, and I go for a lot in there. You know, I break down a whole bunch of stuff, so it can be a little bit saturated. And the reason why we have these groups, you know, multiple groups, is because to keep everything separate. You know, so that way we don't get everything too saturated because you know, we have people, you know, that like our groups a lot and we don't want nobody to complain. So that's the main reason that we had to do what we had to do, you know, a while back. We can't change that. We can't we can't go backwards and like condense it down. That's defeating the whole purpose. So we had to keep it like it is. We had to keep the quad group like the quad group. We had to keep the pick four triple group, the pick four triple group. We have to keep the Special Assistance Center as the Special Assistance Center. We got to keep the local group as a local group. We have to keep all these groups the same because, um, like I said, people don't like scrolling all the way up and looking at messages. It's inconvenient. It's so inconvenient to a lot of people. So that's why we had to do what we had to do, and it's gonna be like that for a very long time. It's there to help people stay happy, and it increases it helps with their user experience, especially when they're a member to our Lot of Money group. So hopefully, if you have any suggestions or comments, we'll take those in consideration as well. Any more questions, everybody? So the most important thing is to stay consistent. And I think if you stay consistent in the lottery, I think you will see results on your end. And I think that's what it takes in order to achieve financial freedom is to stay consistent. Consistency is the key of success. Yeah. But that list I posted, sometimes it does hit, sometimes it don't. It depends on what they want to draw out because that number, that 1119, can also make 8885 as well. And so that's why the 8885 came, because number one, triple H were overdue, and number two was because they were in the midst of drawing out an overdue number. So 8885 was the best candidate. 8885 was the best candidate for the for the overdue pair. So that's why it came. Any more questions? And I forgot to tell y'all that always look at the consecutive series chart and recognize those pairs when you look at the results, because that's going to help you get ready for pick four triples. That's going to help you become more of an efficient player. So if you have trouble trying to identify the consecutive series, just give me a shout out directly, and we can go over it 101 with y'all directly right after this call, so that way we can help guide you in the right direction. I probably might do a train on that too, along with the double doubles. So I'm going to do a train on that together. I think that's recommended. I'm going to do that. If I've already done that, I'll probably tell you to look at that video. So just keep a lookout on that. This week, I'm going to do a double training video. And I'm also going to do a consecutive series training video if I haven't done one in the Lotto Money Group University class. So keep an eye on that if you don't mind. It's supposed to be we're supposed to be doing that sometime either tomorrow or Tuesday. So keep a lookout for that. I'll let you know when I'll do it. Probably going to be either afternoon or evening. It depends on my schedule. We're about to close this up in the next minute. So if any last words or comments or anything before we close?
No, I'm still learning.
Yeah. And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you.
No problem. I'm just so happy to see everybody becoming successful with this group. Um, what they've done is they followed the initial steps to get them to where they need to be, and it does take time to do that. So um, we're doing everything we can to make everything happen and everything prosper, especially for 2021 since it's January. So hopefully we might see some six figures this year. So keep up the good work, everybody, and hopefully we'll have this next meeting on Q&A next week at 8 p.m. And I wish y'all a great night and have a great $1 million day. And talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.